Welcome to another episode of Heart to Heart with Tony. Thank you very much for joining us. We hope that you've enjoyed these episodes as we continue down this path. Today I happen to have a contractor in front of me, Terry Reetz. Terry, thank you for joining us today. Appreciate it. Terry Reetz, who is this man?
Well, of course, like you said, my name is Terry Reetz. I'm 49 years old. I was born and raised in Toledo, Ohio, and by profession, I'm a contractor. On my own, approximately the last 25 plus years, and I currently work out of Fremont, Indiana, and we do about, it's easier to say a 2-hour radius from where we're at because of commercial work, but also references. Okay,
fantastic. So, why construction? It's not like the easiest profession in the world, right?
I definitely had a passion for it, and I started out as a part-time job, of course, because I think curiosity probably led me there. And, you know, here I am 29 going on 30 years later.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Currently got a remodel job going on here. Where's that at?
We're remodeling an ice cream parlor. It is called Scoops Ice Cream.
Nice.
It's in Angola, Indiana.
I heard that owner's a superstar. Is that accurate information?
It is just a rumor.
It's just a rumor.
It's actually fake news.
That would be neat.
Yeah.
Fake news, there you go.
Yeah. We started on it. We started demolition December 27th. We don't quite have 60 working days and, Monday through Friday. Because we do a lot of snow plowing, but we're probably at 98% on the inside, and it looks great.
Fantastic. So just a quick plug, we are going live April 5th, Chamber, so if this airs after that, so be it, but no pressure, Terry, no pressure. So back to the interview. Passion driven, I love it. What are some common pitfalls or some opportunities that when someone's looking at building a house that can help them and help the process for a contractor to go a little smoother?
I would definitely say the first thing someone should seriously consider is paying for consultation. There's a lot of assumptions made, and there's always a lot of hearsay. What I mean by hearsay is, say you work somewhere, whether it's with a small group of people or a large group of people, a home for the general population is the most expensive thing they're ever going to purchase in their life.
Fantastic, it's true.
Yeah, and so it should not be taken lightly. There's just no way that you could decide everything in one weekend unless you've, per se, been in a house and you took your contractor there and said, this is exactly what we want, duplicate it. Then they just need to go around and make a list. Otherwise, everything from door handles to hinges to hardware on the cabinets to details in a bathroom, paint colors, the shades of paints, the sheens, what actual square footage is. If someone says, well, we were expecting this room to be 12 by 14 and the room is really 11'8" by 14'4", because of the way walls need to be, door swings, something like that, it can actually turn into a nightmare because sometimes it puts people up against the wall and they're like, I'm not paying for this or change that.
So it sounds like to me that communication is going to be key to making sure that things are smooth and you have a full understanding between contractor and investor in a home. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. The communication needs to be, you need to be absolutely on the same road and know that what you've gone over, what you're looking at in black and white is, if you took a sheet per se, what was in black and white, you went into the store and purchased it, and then I did it, we came out with exactly the same thing.
So I will tell you that based on research, one of the top things that destroys a marriage is when people build a home. So it is stressful. It is a lot going on. My sister just built a home, and holy cow, they were having some opportunities from time to time. So I would tell you, Be on the same page with your contractor. Get to know exactly what you want. Don't leave anything open, because they'll do what you say, but you got to know what you want to do. So what do you like better? A new build or a remodel? If you had to pick one, which one is it that you enjoy to do the most?
Definitely the remodel. I didn't choose that starting out per se 28-ish years ago. But once I started doing that, it does. I've made a living on references. I'm not a big advertiser in whether it be billboards, radio, placemats. Actually, the thing that I found was the strongest, and this is over the last 10 years, I turned my business card into a magnet. And I've been back to people's houses 5-7 years later, and there that magnet is on the fridge right there.
That's a good testimony. So is it the fact that when you're doing the remodel, you get the chance to see what was old become new and look fresh and nice, and it's I think I would be pretty pumped about seeing what it has turned into, right?
I think that's exactly what it is with the remodel. You take, whether you want to call it that you're salvaging something, but we've remodeled stuff that looked fairly new or didn't look like it had anything wrong with it, because no matter what, the end product or the beginning of a product is always in the eyes of the holder. So therefore, it's the change. It's, what we refer to as we're gutting this room and we're going to make it new again. The update.
All right, cool. So I think that's pretty much, what I have to ask, except there is one more, and I always ask this question. What is something that most people that even know you wouldn't even know about you?
I would say most people don't know that I'm a college graduate.
Fantastic.
Yeah. A lot of times, especially because of my profession, and part of it is how I dress daily for my profession. I don't need to be in a suit and tie. I always tell people my office is my truck. And one thing that some people don't put into perspective is if they already own a home and for a remodel, no one ever brings the home to you. You always have to go to their home.
For sure.
And that brings me to this point of the contracting. It's not like whether it's a dentist or an attorney or no matter where you go, there's very few professions that actually come to your home. Usually you go to their office, you make an appointment, you schedule your vehicle at the mechanics. So our show is on the road. We pull up with trucks, the trailers, equipment. We bring everything there.
There you go. Well, I will tell you, there's one last little piece, and that is he actually was a tryout for the Olympics as a goalie. How about that? Huh?
Yeah, when I was 17, of course, it has sports in general has nowhere near the popularity it did then, especially when I was 17, which was 1987. And the United States was divided up into regions, and I happened to play in the Little Caesars League out of Detroit. And that's where I had opportunity. I didn't realize how big it was then. I wasn't picked for my region, but I was down in the Final Four. So looking back, I get a lot of satisfaction from it.
There you go. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today. Terry Reetz, thank you so much for joining us.
No problem.
If you'd like any more information about Terry Reetz, please reach out to me. And I can get you a card or I can get you his contact information. Please like that button down below and share it. That's how we continue to do this. Thank you very much for your time, and you have a blessed day. Thank you very much for joining us today on our videos. I appreciate that. We're going to try to be doing these on a weekly basis. Look forward to giving information that might be beneficial to someone or anybody that watches these. If you have any questions or would like to learn more information or have questions about anything else that you'd like me to interview, please feel free to reach out to me at Tony@isa Tony Isa at remax.net. Again, Tony Isa at remax.net. Thank you very much.